Hey, Dan Cucimillo here with NorCal Sports Network to talk about today's big roster shakeup with the San Francisco Giants. Lots of moves that were made. We'll get into it, but first let us thank our sponsor of this video, Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, located in Marin, licensed in all of California. Give Chapman Law Group a call for all your legal needs, especially if you've got a personal injury situation, as they specialize in personal injury. Don't settle with an insurance carrier before contacting Chapman Law Group. 415-613-9483. Let them know NorCal Sports Network sent you. Okay, guys. Giants make some big moves today. Earlier this morning, the San Francisco Giants have DFA'd LaMonte Wade Jr. This was put out by several people, but Alex Pavlovic, big roster shakeup. LaMonte Wade Jr. and Sam Huff were DFA'd. Christian Koss was optioned back to Sacramento. The Giants signed former New York Met #1 draft pick Dominic Smith. He will be on the active roster tonight against the Padres. And they recalled outfielder Daniel Johnson and catcher Andrew Kinzer from AAA. So that's a lot of things going. Wade and Huff and Koss off the roster. Coming on, Dominic Smith, Andrew Kinzer, and Daniel Johnson. Okay, so let me break this down for you guys. To me, this was a move of necessity, publicity-wise. They couldn't continue to go on with Wade as much as he was struggling. They had to make a move. But to me, this is like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. Why do I say that this is like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic? Well, let me explain to you what I mean. First of all, let's look at the definition of what rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. It's a metaphor for wasting time on inconsequential matters while a much more serious problem or disaster is imminent or already unfolding. It suggests focusing on trivial details or attempting to solve minor issues when the situation demands urgent attention to more critical matters. Okay, there you go. And why do I say that this feels like they're rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic? Well, let me just show you something rather interesting. Here's LaMonte Wade Jr. and Dominic Smith. They're basically the same player. Okay, Wade's had a rough year, so maybe you're going to get a better version with Smith that you were hoping to get with LaMonte Wade. But, you know, overall, Dominic Smith has a lower WAR and he's played more games. He's had more plate appearances, about 400 approximately, a little over 400. He's got 134 more hits. He's got 10 more home runs. He's got a roughly 80 RBIs more. Batting average, he's a little bit better than Wade lifetime. On base percentage, Wade's got a better on base percentage. Slugging percentage, pretty close. OPS slightly to Wade, and OPS plus slightly to Wade. So I think basically, you know, Smith's a left-handed hitter. He can play first base. It feels to me like we're just bringing in what you were hoping to have in LaMonte Wade Jr., which wasn't good enough, in my opinion, in the first place. The Giants should have went out and got Pete Alonso Jr. or a Reese Hoskins a year ago, but they instead elected to let Alonso go. They didn't trade for Josh Naylor, who the Diamondbacks did. They're just replacing, you know, one mid-level player that's inconsequential with another one. And you're hoping that you get a little bit better performance. Maybe what they're trying to do is just buy time so Bryce Eldridge can come up. I think that's what they're doing rather than going out and making anything significantly moves. But this is kind of what the Giants are doing. Okay. They just go out, find one scrap heap for another. This is the story that they did with Farhan while he was here for 6 years. And, the guy under Farhan that was doing a lot of these moves, I believe, was Zach Menaeson, who's now the general manager. So let's take a look at another ball player here. Okay. How about if we look here and we look at these two players? Okay. The guy on the left, a little bit better WAR. The guy on the right has more experience, more plate appearances, more hits, a few more home runs, but not many compared to as many at bats. I mean, my gosh, he's got over 600 more plate appearances and only 6 more home runs. RBIs, bigger on the right, stolen bases, but batting average. Look at the batting average. The guy on the left has a 247 batting average to 210. 301 on base percentage to 279, 430 slugging to 317, 732 OPS to 596, 104 OPS to 67. I think I like the guy on the left better. Why don't we go with the guy on the left? That would be Sam Huff. No, the Giants are bringing in Andrew Kinzer. I might even be pronouncing it wrong. Ninzer. I don't know if the K is silent or not, if it's Ninsner or Kinsner. Look, if I look at the statistics at StatHead, it tells me Sam Huff is the guy that actually has better performance. He won a championship with the Rangers too. Look, why am I saying they're shuffling chairs on the deck of the Titanic? Because you just got rid of one guy to bring in a guy that looks like he's worse offensively. And what did Huff do recently? Hit a home run in, I think it was in Miami on the last road trip. Didn't he hit a home run right off the wall? Or was that Washington? I can't remember where that home run was, but he got released. It's kind of a similar thing. Don't hit a home run to help your team win. You're going to get released, sent down like Luis Matos. Okay, so we just looked at Wade, Dominic Smith, and now we looked at Huff and Andrew Kinzer. Let's take a look at another guy that is now coming up. How about if we look at Daniel Johnson? This guy's wow, look at him. He's had 90 career at bats, and he's already 30. No, he's 25 years old. I'm sorry. Daniel Johnson, 25. I think it's Kinzer that's 30. Okay, so he's got 90 at bats, hits 200, on base of only 242, low OPS, horrible OPS plus. Now, again, 90 at bats, not much, but he hasn't been in the big league since 2021, really. I mean, he got one at bat last year for the Orioles, one at bat. He got an at bat. What did he do? I don't know. He got on base because he scored a run, and he didn't walk, didn't get a hit. So maybe it was just a fielder's choice or something is my guess. One at bat in 24. So he's had one major league at bat. No, he's actually 29 years old. What was I looking at that said 25? Oh, his debut, he was 25. The guy's 29. He's going to be 30 next month, July 11th. Okay, so we're bringing up another journeyman. You got Luis Matos that you sent down. So this guy. So I get what the Giants are doing here. Here's what they're doing, guys. They're bringing up guys that are not that good at ball players, and they want their potential guys like Matos and Grant McCray to get every day at bats. They don't want Matos to sit because he's 23 years old. They want him to get bats. So they're going to bring up a 30-year-old who they really don't care because this guy's, he's just a fill-in. If he's a backup, they don't want Matos sitting on the bench collecting, ruining his career, ruining his batting stroke. So let's bring up this 30-year-old guy. Maybe the plan is to get Matos every day at bats for a couple of weeks. And maybe they're going to move off of Yaz and bring up Matos. I hope that's the plan, because to me, that makes a lot more sense, because Daniel Johnson is not going to be doing anything for this team, guys. Okay, Daniel Johnson, he's, again, turns 30 on July 11th. He's had 90 career at bats. This isn't an earth-shattering move. This is just a fill gap, find a guy, a body. He was hot down in Sacramento. But if you look at Daniel Johnson, he hasn't done really anything. He's had 200 batting average. Again, why don't we take a quick peek at Daniel Johnson's lifetime? Let me scroll through Baseball Reference and pull up his minor league stats. Let's see if he's done anything of significance in the minor leagues. Okay, so he's been in the minor leagues since he was 19 years old, so 11 years. All right, so he's got 9 seasons in the minors. Let's take a look at his overall numbers in the minors. 267 batting average, 116 homers in 3,154 at bats, an OPS of 783. So you got any speed, stolen bases? He stole some bases. So, this is a guy that has shown some stuff in the minors, but he's never been able to really crack through and stick on a major league club. So this is another Yaz type guy who spent most of his career in the minors with Baltimore, comes up. So this isn't a big move, guys. The Giants, basically, as I said, right now they're just shuffling decks on the Titanic to make a move, appease some people who are, screaming for LaMonte Wade Jr. to be DFA'd. Maybe you get a little bit more production out of Dominic Smith. He had 8 homers down in AAA with the Yankees farm system, and he elected to be a free agent this past weekend. So he's only been out of commission, out of the game for maybe 4 days at the most. So he's going to line up. I don't know if he'll be in the starting lineup or not tonight. He might be. My guess is the Giants will put him in the lineup since they're facing Nick Pivetta, and Smith's a lefty. He's had some big league success. So maybe it's a good move in the sense that he is what they were hoping to get out of LaMonte Wade Jr. He can hit, but this isn't a long-term stopgap measure, guys. This is just plug and play. This is what the Giants are doing, plug and play. They're trying to bide time for Bryce Eldridge. I think Eldridge comes up in August if everything goes well in Sacramento. You hope Dominic Smith can give you some production from the left side of the plate. This Johnson bats left-handed as well. So now you've got 3 lefties in the lineup batting in the outfield, 3 lefties. You've got Yaz, Lee, and the kid Johnson. He bats left. He throws left. He's not Kenny Lofton Jr., though, so he's not going to be the savior, not going to be anything special. He's going to be a bench player. But I get it. I understand what the Giants are doing. They got great pitching. They're just trying to make a move to around the edges, around the margins. But, this isn't going to be anything that is earth-shattering. Maybe having Smith improves the lineup a little bit if he's productive. If he's not productive, he's not going to be here long. But maybe he's productive enough where he gets on base and produces, and he's not an automatic out like Wade was. And, the one that's kind of weird to me is Kinzer for Huff. I mean, Huff had more power. Unless they like Kinzer's catching ability, he's been more of a, he's more of a veteran. But we'll see. We'll see. This doesn't excite me a whole lot, guys. This is just a nothing burger for me. We'll see what the Giants do. I think they need to go out and get some real bats if they're going to contend this year. These aren't real bats. You need to go find 2 bats that can actually be in the lineup every day. You've got holes all over the place. So tell me what you think of this video. Comment below. We read the comments. We respond to as many as possible. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We'll be giving away a Elliot Ramos signed jersey once we reach 5,000 subs. We're only about 40 away, so make sure you subscribe. And guys, we really do appreciate you watching and taking the time to be here. We'll be back tonight after Giants Padres for the post game. Everybody have a great afternoon. Take care.